Well, if you weren't crazy about liquid glass in iOS 26, now you can turn it off, kind of. iOS 26.1 is now out for everyone, and there's a new clear and tinted toggle for liquid glass, plus 7 other features like new languages for live translation, toggle off the swipe to camera from the lock screen, there's a new alarm UI, choose where to save your local capture recordings, and more. First up is the new liquid glass toggle. Now if you go to settings and then down to display and brightness, you'll actually see a whole section called liquid glass. And now you can choose between tinted or clear. Clear is going to be more of that glassy effect. Tinted will fill in some of those bubbles to make it easier to see. Now, just to give you an idea, I'm going to keep the phone on the right tinted while the one on the left is still clear. So if we're here in the Apple Podcast app, you'll see the tinted on the right, it's more opaque. There's still some transparency, you see through it a little bit, but it's significantly different as opposed to the clear effect here on the left. In the same way, if we go to music, tinted on the right, clear on the left. Again, still transparent, but much more opaque. Definitely easier to read in some situations. Now, if you swipe down to something like Control Center, it actually looks unchanged. It's pretty transparent both ways. You see the content behind it blurred out. So if you want to black out the Control Center, you still need to toggle the accessibility setting. To do that, you can still go to Settings, Accessibility, and then Display and Text Size, and then reduce transparency. Now if you swipe down from Control Center, you see you don't even see the wallpaper at all. But when you toggle reduce transparency on, you'll see it changes some of the UI elements like in Apple Music. Now it's the square bar instead of the ovals. You'll still see that glassy bubble when you're tapping between tabs in something like Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, but you have more options for liquid glass now in iOS 26.1. Next, if you have AirPods Pro 2, AirPods 4, or AirPods Pro 3, there are new live translation languages in 26.1. Connect your AirPods and then go to the Settings app and you'll see your AirPod settings here. Now you can swipe down and under Translation, which is still in beta in 26.1, you can go to Languages. And here we've added Japanese, Korean, and you can download Italian, Chinese Mandarin Simplified, and Traditional. Remember to start live translation, you tap and hold both AirPods stems at the same time, or you can go to the translation app and activate it there. I did an entire video showing off live translation and some of the features with AirPods Pro 3. Check it out above and that link's below. Now, going back to Apple Music, you can now swipe on the Now Playing bar to switch tracks. So I'm here in my Hans Zimmer playlist, I can start playing the first track. And if I want to skip to the next song, the F1 track, I can literally just swipe right to left down here on the Now Playing, and I can go through the tracks in this playlist. This will also work if you're listening through an album. And then you can swipe left to right to go backwards. Of course, you could still tap right here and go to the next track, but it's nice you can go both directions just by swiping on the play bar. Next, there's a new UI for turning off your alarm, hopefully so you don't snooze and actually wake up. Now, the snooze button is still pretty large, you can hit that, but if you want to stop the alarm entirely, you do need to slide to stop. Honestly, nice having another slide to unlock type gesture, but hopefully it's a little harder to completely turn off that alarm. Next, if you didn't know, you can quickly get to the camera by swiping right to left on the lock screen. That also means someone could take a picture even if your phone is locked. Well, now you can disable that setting by going to the Settings app, go down to Camera, and then swipe down, and you'll see Lock Screen Swipe to Open Camera. Toggle that off, and now when your phone is locked, someone can tap on the screen, but they can't go over to the camera. Now they can still access it with this camera button down here in the bottom right, but you can switch that out so it's not the camera. Go into Edit Your Lock Screen, tap and hold, Customize, and then you can swap out that camera symbol for a shortcut or many other actions. All the ones that are available in Control Center, you can put here on the lock screen. Next, if you use local capture, meaning you can record with someone remotely using FaceTime, WebEx, Zoom, and then record the local video and audio in high quality on your iPhone or iPad, this setting is now available both on iPad and iPhone. But just search for local capture in the settings, tap here, and now you can choose where to save your local capture files, that high quality video and audio. You can actually save it to an iCloud Drive folder if you prefer. This way it gets synced to the cloud as soon as you're done recording, or keep it on your iPhone or even in your downloads folder. You can also choose to record audio only when you're using local capture. And 2 other very small changes: if you have folders on your home screen, now the text or the title of that folder is left aligned instead of center. So there's that. Also, the artist formerly known as Apple TV Plus has now changed to just Apple TV. So we get a new icon for the Apple TV app. And one more bonus feature, Apple Intelligence has now expanded to more languages, including Danish, Dutch, Norwegian, Portuguese, Swedish, Turkish, and Vietnamese. But get subscribed to the channel and hit that like button, because if you're new to Apple Intelligence, I've built a ton of shortcuts using the new Apple Intelligence Use Model Action and more coming very soon. You can watch my last video with Apple Intelligence shortcuts right up here. And if you missed it, I did a video doing 100+ features in iOS 26. You might have missed a few. You can watch that video right up here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.